Don't focus on the past, do not daydream about the future, think about the present moment. Your mind is everything. Protect your mind and your thoughts, what you think about, you will become. Joy is the companion of a pure mind. Focus on pure thoughts and happiness will find you. Our lives are made of little moments. One perfect moment will change a day, another perfect day will change a life. One life may change the world. When we feel love and kindness toward others, it not only makes others feel loved and cared for, but it helps us also to develop inner happiness and peace. In life, your greatest mistakes are not starting and not following through. An undisciplined mind leads to confusion. If we can train our minds, our thoughts will become obedient to us. In life, we must be virtuous, wise, and of the right mind. The purer we live, the more we enjoy life. Many of us spend a lifetime searching for something. Stop looking long enough to realize that what you are searching for is already within you. Peace is found on the inside, it cannot come from an outside source. Doing something good for another person will also have a positive impact on you. Few people in life have the maturity to truly be a companion to you. Instead of searching for a partner in the wrong person, choose to walk through these moments alone. Compassion is the world's greatest strength. Happiness cannot be discovered. It is always there, we must learn how to see it. To keep the body in good health is a duty, otherwise, we shall not be able to keep our mind strong and clear. To truly live and exist in power, we must live without fear. We can use a single candle to light other candles. Sharing this flame doesn't decrease the light of the other candle. Such is the case with happiness. When we transform our minds and purify our thoughts, we are cleansing our lives of wrongdoing as well. Don't try to control anyone else, you should only seek to control yourself. If you are seeking enlightenment, you must first control your mind. Even death is not to be feared by one who has lived wisely. Everything is changeable, everything appears and disappears, there is no blissful peace until one passes beyond the agony of life and death. Many do not realize that we here must die. For those who realize this, quarrels end. The world is afflicted by death and decay. But the wise do not grieve, having realized the nature of the world. Good health is simply the slowest way a human being can die. Perhaps the deepest reason why we are afraid of death is because we do not know who we are. This world is shrouded in darkness. Here, only a few can see their way free. These few birds escape from the net, and fly away to the heavens. Life is uncertain, death is certain. To be idle is a short road to death, and to be diligent is a way of life. Foolish people are idle, and wise people are diligent. You too shall pass away. Knowing this, how can you quarrel? Of all footprints, that of the elephant is supreme. Similarly, of all mindfulness meditations, that on death is supreme. Let us rise up and be thankful. For if we didn't learn a lot, at least we learned a little, and if we didn't learn a little, at least we didn't get sick, and if we got sick, at least we didn't die, so, let us all be thankful. Those who attempt to conquer hatred by hatred are like warriors who take weapons to overcome others who bear arms. This does not end hatred but gives it room to grow. But, ancient wisdom has advocated a different timeless strategy to overcome hatred. This eternal wisdom is to meet hatred with non-hatred. The method of trying to conquer hatred through hatred never succeeds in overcoming hatred. But, the method of overcoming hatred through non-hatred is eternally effective. So the reason is that method is described as eternal wisdom. To be angry is to let others' mistakes punish yourself. Holding on to anger is like grasping a hot coal with the intent of throwing it at someone else, you are the one who gets burned. Those who consider the unessential to be essential, and see the essential as unessential, don't reach the essential, living in the field of the wrong intention. The secret of health for both mind and body is not to mourn for the past, nor to worry about the future, but to live the present moment wisely and earnestly. No one saves us but ourselves. No one can and no one may. We ourselves must walk the path. Gautama Buddha. Death carries off a man busy picking flowers with a besotted mind like a great flood does a sleeping village. Nothing can harm you as much as your own thoughts unguarded. People suffer because they are caught in their views. As soon as we release those views, we are free and we don't suffer anymore. Have compassion for all beings, rich and poor alike, each has their suffering. Some suffer too much, others too little. If a man speak or act with a good thought, happiness follows him like a shadow that never leaves him. Ambition is like love, impatient both of delays and rivals. Ardently do today what must be done. Who knows? Tomorrow, death comes. Remembering a wrong is like carrying a burden on the mind. The seed of suffering in you may be strong, but don't wait until you have no more suffering before allowing yourself to be happy. Usually when we hear or read something new, we just compare it to our own ideas. If it is the same, we accept it and say that it is correct. If it is not, we say it is incorrect. In either case, we learn nothing. Anxiety, the illness of our time, comes primarily from our inability to dwell in the present moment. Mindfulness puts an end to such a limited perspective. The Buddha faced his own suffering directly and discovered the path of liberation. Don't run away from things that are unpleasant in order to embrace things that are pleasant. Put your hands in the earth. Face the difficulties and grow new happiness. Letting go gives us freedom, and freedom is the only condition for happiness. If, in our heart, we still cling to anything, anger, anxiety, or possessions, we cannot be free. There is nothing so disobedient as an undisciplined mind, and there is nothing so obedient as a disciplined mind. Pain is certain, suffering is optional. The root of suffering is attachment. Do not lose yourself in the past. Do not lose yourself in the future. Do not get caught in your anger, worries, or fears. Come back to the present moment, and touch life deeply. This is mindfulness. Our life is shaped by our mind, we become what we think. Suffering follows an evil thought as the wheels of a cart follow the oxen that draws it. The greatest miracle is to be alive. We can put an end to our suffering just by realizing that our suffering is not worth suffering for. How many people kill themselves because of rage or despair? In that moment, they do not see the vast happiness that is available. The secret of health for both mind and body is not to mourn for the past, nor to worry about the future, but to live the present moment wisely and earnestly. Our anger is a punishment we give to ourselves.